home that would fit our whole family, one that was open concept so that we could all be in the same room regardless of whether we were in the kitchen or in the dining room or in the living room. We would all be in the same room together. And when we were looking at the floor plans, we found the one that had that for us, and it was a perfect size for us at the time, and it ended up being the perfect home for us until our kids graduated from high school.
I remember seeing this house being built across the street, and I was like all about it. It was pretty cool. And then eventually I realized that we were building this house. I didn't know about it. So it was really cool to be able to not really realize you're staring at your future home when you're so young. You have no idea what's going on. But that's one of the memories that I remember before we even moved in, was something that was just kind of a surprise to me.
The day that we closed, we didn't even have a trailer yet to move in, but we were so excited, and it wasn't very far from where we were renting a home at the time.
About 10 blocks.
Yeah, and I remember us loading up some of the stuff in the back of my husband's little pickup at the time, just because we were going to spend the night there, whether we slept on the floor all together, in a sleeping bag or whatever, but we were going to get to sleep on the floor in our first home that we actually built, together as a family, and it was so exciting. We had owned homes before and stuff, but it's just so different when you build your own because you make it special for you. And so that's what made it, I think, more exciting, is that not only was it wasn't our first home, but it was our first home that we put our whole heart and everything that we wanted into it. One of the most important things, and I'm so glad that I get to share this, is that when we had our orientation, at the very last, they presented us with a Bible with our last name on it, and it was so special to us because that is something that we wanted to put in this home, not only just love, but just to be able to be an example to others. And it was just so nice just to have that Bible because that was their example to us.
I always think about this whenever I come into work, and one of the cultural cornerstones at Betenbough is growth. And I've grown a ton working at Betenbough, professionally and personally. But I think in an aspect that's different from everyone else I work with is I've grown from less than 4 feet tall to I am because of Betenbough. They gave me a place to grow physically, and not just giving me a job to be grow professionally. But I have so many reasons why Betenbough has allowed me to grow.